Hey guys, it's Sharon, and today it is time for another declutter. Today we are tackling my lip drawer. I feel like I did this not long ago, and as you can see, it is kind of out of hand again. This is the top left drawer in my vanity, so it has kind of become a catch-all for some of the things that I reach for daily that I don't have room for elsewhere. So like these little sponge tip applicators, they should probably be in with my eye products. I've got a powder puff. I don't know why that's in there. And then these are the stickers that I use to date my products when I bought them, so I know how old they are, with a couple of Sharpies. And then from there, let's see, oh, a hand sanitizer. So you can see it just had like a few catch-all things, but it was once organized and now it's looking a little haggard, disorganized. Things are not in the right compartments. So I want to go through this and see about decluttering some more, because quite honestly, lip products are the thing that I use the least amount of. I'm not sure about you, but I tend to reach for the same things over and over again. So I truly do not need this many lip products, and it kind of becomes overwhelming to choose a lip product when I have so many. So we're gonna go through this today. I've got my makeup wipes at the ready. I plan to do some swatching. So let's get to business. If you love declutters, I have an entire playlist. I will link it up in the cards and down below. Totally binge-worthy, tons and tons of declutters, so definitely check that out if you're looking for more from me or more motivation. So I have them divided into compartments. These are all my lipsticks, glosses, lip stains and liquid lipsticks, liners, and crayons. And as you can see, some things have gotten jumbled up. So let's just go through this. I'm first gonna start by splitting things into the categories they belong in, cleaning this up a bit, and then we're gonna go category by category, being ruthless. All right, that wasn't so hard. Let's start with glosses, I think, because I have a lot of like duplicate shades here. Let's see. For instance, Essence and the Maybelline Lifter Gloss are very similar. They're definitely not dupes, but they're very similar. And I do like them both. Let's give them a little swatcheroo. The Lifter glosses are really nice. But I also love these Essence ones. And this is like a hydrating gloss that has a little bit of an iridescent pink finish. So they are totally different in their finishes. But if I'm being honest, I reach for the Essence one more than the Lifter gloss. So I'm gonna set this aside for now. I think this will be one we can get rid of. This will go back in. I have two Dose of Colors glosses, which I do enjoy. However, I don't believe I reach for both of them. These are pigmented glosses though, and a lot of my glosses aren't very pigmented, so I do like that. And you can't get these anymore. One's in Messy Bun and one is in Made Me Blush. I think I'm gonna keep both of these for now since you can't get those anymore. Let's see, I have Buxom White Russian. This has been like a cult classic favorite. It's this like light baby pink, but I never reach for it. So I think I'm gonna pass it on. I have a mini and a large of the Buxom Dolly glosses. I love these, they're so good. I think I'm gonna move the mini one into my car and keep the full size in my collection. I have a couple of oils here. Let's see. I've got the CoverGirl Yummy Gloss. I've got an Undone lip oil, or it's called Papa Gloss. And then a NYX Fat Oil. This is like a really pretty shimmery pink. I actually reach for this one a lot. I like the color of this one. I like these NYX Fat Glosses. I think they're quite nice. And this one does have more of a pinky finish to it, so I enjoy that. That one can stay. Oh, this one from Maybelline, the Lifter Gloss, this one can definitely stay. It's in Moon. I probably reach for that one the most. Let's see. Oh, I have another miniature in Dolly. These honestly look different. Did they change the formula? Do those shades look different to you guys? Because this one looks more pink to me. Okay, well, I'm gonna have a card gloss and a purse gloss and then a drawer gloss. How about that? All right, the CoverGirl Yummy gloss. This one I like okay. It does smell very fruity and nice. I like that it's kind of a purpley shade. And then we have the Undone. Okay, I did just put lotion on my hand, but do you see the way that White Russian is like breaking up on my hand? Do you see that? Ew, it's kind of gross. Okay. I think the Undone and the CoverGirl Yummy Gloss are very similar in terms of texture and finish. And actually, I believe I like the Undone one better. It's more clear though. I never reach for a Tower 28 clear gloss. I just don't. We're gonna get rid of that one. I just got this from Kosas. It was my birthday gift from Ulta. Not Ulta, Sephora. So we're gonna keep that because I haven't even gotten to wear it yet. I think we might call this good right now and keep everything that's here. I do believe. Let's see. That's not very many. They all fit perfectly. Oh, I gotta put this one back in. But yeah, look at that. They all fit perfectly. And I found 3 to get rid of and 2 to locate elsewhere. So I think that's pretty good for the gloss. Let's do lipsticks next. I wanna do like stains and stuff last. I do have a little chapstick in here. I think I might move that here with the glosses. Okay. These are 2 must-stays. They are my NARS Dolce Vita, and I don't believe they make this formula anymore. Look how close I am to using that up. Do you see that? This is my favorite lipstick, I think, of all time. So good. So I actually have like, I think 3 of these, so 2 of them are here. I'm trying to use this one up. I think this one I'll relocate to my purse, so it doesn't have to live in here. Let's see, I have 3 Marc Jacobs lipsticks that quite honestly I never reach for, but they're discontinued, so I'm like on the fence about them. Let's see. Okay, this one I think can go. This is from L'Oreal. My mom ended up giving this to me because she ordered it online and like thinking it was a shade that she was familiar with, and they ended up like totally redoing the shade. Like even though she has one with the same name and color, it's totally different. This is a really pretty rosy pink though. Okay, you know what? Okay, this one I'm gonna get rid of. This is easy. This is from Revlon in Glazed Mauve, and I do enjoy this lipstick. However, the packaging, I can't stand. So I never want to reach for it because it's gross. It had like the sticker on it that like the adhesive wouldn't come off, and it's disgusting, so I hate reaching for it. So no, that can go. I'm going to retire my Revlon lip butter into my makeup graveyard because they haven't made these in years. This one's in Pink Truffle. Man, RIP, those were good. I love these, but I'm gonna retire this to the makeup graveyard because it's far too old. I shouldn't be using it anymore. Then I do have another one of the Revlon Glossy Shine, whatever these are, I don't know. I don't like this shade quite as well as the other one, but it's still really good, very pinky. You know what? It looks so similar. It looks like a scaled down version of this. Like, they're definitely not dupes, but like they're close, and I like this formula better, so I'm gonna pass this on. Okay, so thanks Mom, but I'm gonna get rid of it. Okay, I have some MAC lipsticks. This is Ruby Woo in red. It's like their matte. That is like a classic red. I do like having some reds on hand for when the mood strikes. And this one is Cream in Your Coffee. I feel like I like when I swatch this, but I don't like when I wear it. However, we're getting into fall, so I might like it. Ugh, I don't know. Okay, these are some Tarte, like lip glossy. Oh, I just like ruined that one. Okay, well, pushed too hard on that. That's kind of gross. Maybe we'll get rid of this one. It's very pink. And I believe these are also expired. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pass on these from Tarte. I did really like them, but they don't make them anymore. I need to clean up my hand. This is gross. Okay, this is an Urban Decay in brush. I do like this one a lot. So I think this one can stay. I just picked this one up from CoverGirl. Wow, those are almost dupes. Look at that. You can tell I like a shade. The finish I feel like is a little bit different, but holy moly, those are like, do you see that? They are so close, so close. They're definitely not dupes, but they are passable in terms of similarities. Okay, let's swatch all of these Marc Jacobs ones because I don't know that I need them all. I don't reach for them often, although I do love the packaging. Let's see. Ooh, that one's really dark. And I don't reach for dark shades very often. Oh, and then here's a red. Ooh, that is a pretty red. Okay. Man, it's hard. It's so hard. Why is it so hard? Why is lipstick so hard for me? Okay, this Estee Lauder one, I want to say is 5 years old. Oh gosh, it's pretty though. See, why does this happen to me? Look, these are all very similar. All three of these, very similar. And this one from Marc Jacobs. Wow. I don't reach for this one very often, and honestly, the packaging I don't like, so I think I'm gonna pass on the Estee Lauder one. Maybe my mom wants that. I believe she actually has that shade. Then I have a whole bunch of Revlons. Let's swatch all of these. This is like a pinky pearl. It's like a baby pink. I have nothing else that shade. Not that I wear it very often, but sometimes I like having things that are a little bit different. Look, that's like a nude. I don't have like any nudes. Champagne on Ice. I was going through like a nude phase. Those two are very similar, except one's frosty and one's like a cream. Rose Velvet. I feel like I reach for this one fairly frequently. It also looks like other ones that I have. What's this one? Blushed. Yeah. Gosh, I love them all. Let's see. They're all so similar, and I really like them all swatched out. I'm kind of thinking this darker one from Marc Jacobs can probably go. It's really dark. However, I don't have anything that's dark, and if I wanted something for the fall, I might like that, although, what shade is that? Ooh, it's nice though. Let's keep them all. You can't get them anymore. I'm keeping them all. I don't want to hear about it. I'm keeping them all. Gosh, lip products are really a struggle for me. They truly are. Especially when I do have it down this minimal. Gosh, I find it very difficult to get rid of lip products. Okay. I'm thinking with the two nude shades I have, I don't need both of them. Let's see. Although one is pearl. I like to use the pearl one as a topper. I'm actually thinking this baby pink one can go. I don't ever reach for a baby pink like that. That can go. Okay. So there's my Revlons, Marc Jacobs, my NARS. Okay, well, I can't say that it's amazing, but I did find some to get rid of. I don't think I talked about these. Let's see, I have like a NARS lip balm. This one's in Dolce Vita. It's like the balmy version, so I really enjoy that. Then I have this one from IT Cosmetics that actually I reach for a lot when I'm like starting to get ready. It's one of those like Transformer shades. I think it's supposed to turn kind of pinky Honestly, it does a little bit, but not like enough to like add a lot of color. And then I have my Buxom Dolly like gloss, and I do reach for that one fairly often as well. All right, so I found some to relocate. I've found some to pass on and one to retire. Honestly, that's decent. I pulled out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I pulled 8 lipsticks out of this drawer. 1 is retired, 1 is relocated, the rest are going to go. So honestly, that's not as bad as I thought. All right, let's do liners and crayons next. Let's swatch all of these because I think a lot of them are very similar and I don't believe I need all of them. I am gonna start by keeping this one from NYX because it's very clearly the only like berry magenta color that I have. So I'm gonna keep that. And the rest I'm gonna swatch because I think they're all very similar. This is Naked 2. I'm very inclined to keep this because I'm so close to using it up, but it's like pulling away from the edges. It's super dry. It's an Urban Decay. Then I have another Urban Decay that I just got recently, so I should probably keep it. It's Peyote. It's kind of like a shimmery, nudie pink, and I actually really quite like that. It's a pretty color, so I think this one can stay. I'm gonna put it here for now. Then I have 2 from MAC. This is Soar. These MAC ones are great colors, but man, they are dry. And I've had these for a few years. This is Whirl. You know, I think I'm going to let Whirl go. It's more brown, and I prefer the rosier shades. So I'm gonna let that go. I'm gonna put that Urban Decay one back in. And I think we'll keep Soar. Then I have this one from Pat McGrath. Ooh, that is creamy and like a pretty rosy pink. I don't have any others that color. I feel like this does not translate the same. Is that just me? Like, it's swatched very like rosy pinkish, and this looks very like rose nude. I don't know. This is Dolly from Buxom. I do love this shade. It is like my all-time favorite, kind of like a mauve-y shade. So that's gonna stay. And I have this one from Revlon. I do love the Revlon retractable liners. Oh, that one's really good. So creamy. You know, it looks really similar. Can you even tell where the one line ends and the next picks up? That's for MAC. Oh my gosh, that is a total dupe. Look at that. Okay, well, MAC's gonna go because MAC is so dry and I don't enjoy using it. This Revlon one, total dupe. So if you like MAC Soar but you think it's too dry, get Revlon Nude. Total dupe. Like, I'm stunned. It's that long line. Do you see that? They're almost identical. Like, you can't hardly tell where one picks up in one. That is amazing. Okay, total dupe. Okay, that one can go. Then this one, I don't know what I was thinking when I got this. This is also from Buxom. It's a nude. I don't think I've ever used it. I'm not sure when I would need to use it. It's completely nude. It's gonna go. I don't know what I was thinking when I got that. I think it was cheap somewhere and that's why I picked it up. That's bananas. Okay, well, so then I found 3 lip liners to pass on. We're gonna keep the rest. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and take Naked 2 from Urban Decay out and put it in my empties bin. It's almost completely used up, and if you can see here, it is pulling away from the sides because it is so old. So I'm just gonna call it on this one. I did really well. I'm gonna call it. All right, so I'm keeping 5 lip liners. I am getting rid of 4 and putting 1 in my like graveyard. So that's pretty good. Then the rest is actually really easy. I'm not gonna declutter anything else. So I have 4 unique shades in the Maybelline Superstay ink crayons. These are some of the best lip products at the drugstore, hands down. So I've got like a pink magenta, like fuchsia color. I've got a deep berry. I've got a good nude. And then this orangey red that I like for like summertime. I think it's just really fun. So I'm gonna keep all of these because they are all very unique shades. I don't have anything else like them except for maybe this one. Then I just picked up these Essence, the Slim Sticks. So I haven't even gotten to really use them yet. I have 2 kind of neutral shades and then a deep red. I'm gonna keep those so I can keep trying them out. We're just getting into the season that those colors are all really appropriate. And then I'm keeping these moisture sticks from Neutrogena. I love these. If you like a good chubby crayon that's moisturizing. This one in Almond Nude is personally, for me, the best nude I have ever found for myself. It's perfect. Then if I want a little bit more like rosy pink color, I love this one here. It's in Soft Raspberry. This one's more of a cream and this one has some shimmer, but they are beautiful. I love these, so like moisturizing, nourishing. They're great. Actually, I think I'm gonna keep the lip liners here where I put them to the side. That kind of works since I usually use them with a lipstick, so we're gonna do that. All right, let's move on here to stains and liquid lipsticks. I picked this up from Sally's when they had collab on clearance, and I don't like this shade. It is way too like peachy for me. It didn't look good at all, so I'm gonna let it go. I also picked up this really deep purple shade, which I haven't even gotten the chance to wear yet, but I'm very excited to. I do love a good like deep vampy color. It's not something I reach for often, but like when I do, it's super fun to have something for that. So I'm gonna keep that. Then, okay, this one I think I need to let go. This is the Too Faced Melted Matte in the Cinnamon Bun shade. I do like this one, but it's old. It is 3 or 4 years old now. For a liquid lipstick, that's pretty old. So I might put this in my makeup graveyard because I actually felt really nostalgic about this one. We'll see, but I think it's gonna come out of my everyday makeup drawer. Then I just got this one not long ago from L'Oreal. And I do like that for a liquid lipstick. That is a beautiful like fall berry shade. It can stay. I just got this Ulta Beauty weightless water stain. I actually have two. This is one in my drawer in Very Berry. I also have one in my purse that's like purpley. I like the idea of a stain, so that can stay. It's like new. Then I have this Revolution Pout Tint. I haven't hardly used this one at all. It's pretty new, so I think it will also stay. It's more of like a nude. And I don't have any true nude liquid lipsticks. I'm thinking that this color might be a little too peach for me, but we'll play around with it. And then I have 3 of the CoverGirl like liquid lipsticks that have a balm over top, which I do enjoy. I have a red and 2 nudes. I think those can all stay because I do reach for them fairly often. I like their staying power. And then I have this L'Oreal pretty red liquid lipstick. Ooh, that is a pretty deep red. It can stay. All right, so didn't do as hot over in this category, but also not like terrible. Everything here is fairly unique. With the exception of a few that are kind of more nude. But overall, I think this drawer is looking so much better. I like that I have some negative space and all the bins. That looks really quite nice. So let's break it down percentage-wise. So it all comes down to the final breakdown and the numbers, right? That's the key to a declutter. We started out with 67 products in this drawer. I have kept 47 of them. I retired 3 to the makeup graveyard. I have relocated 3 like to my purse or whatever. So technically those are still in my collection. They're just living elsewhere permanently. And 14 I have completely gotten rid of. So removed from this drawer were 20 lip products, which is 30% of what was in here. So pretty good considering, to me, as someone who like hoards makeup, this is minimal. I know some of you out there might think that's bananas, but for me, this is minimal. Like the fact that I can see everything here, I know what I have, I know what to reach for, like this is fantastic. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope it gave you a little bit of motivation to maybe take a look at your lip products, maybe give a little declutter, and I will see you on my next video. Bye guys.